Hello my friends and welcome to our blind let's play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth 2, The Prosecutor's Path. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your Story Based Gaming channel, and today we embark on a new adventure in a new way, because this is the first game on the channel that's being played on the DS. I think it's the DS, not the 3DS. But anyway, you know, the handheld system. And this is also our first game on the channel that has a fan-made patch for it to allow for it to be translated into English. So I'm really excited to be playing the second part of this game. Before we start though, I do want to say a huge thank you to Enter Zero for putting together this with the translation patch and everything, being able to make it work. So thank you very much for that. Without further ado, let us begin a new investigation. Episode 1, Turnabout Target. There it is. We can see it. It's the emissary of peace from the east. The president's private plane is arriving at Gourd Lake. Can you hear it? The cheers of the crowd. Welcome, Zhangpa Republic. Welcome, Mr. President. Oh, so it looks like we're picking up. Mr. President, this way please. Your audience waits. Picking up right after the last game ended, it looks like. My dear friends, there is a reason for my visit. A few days ago, a smuggling ring that has long plagued my nation was exposed and crushed. This was possible thanks to your country's prosecutor's office. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. From the bottom of my heart, I convey to them my utmost gratitude. However, the battle is still not over. I declare here and now, the hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil! Eek! Hurry, contact the prosecutor's office. We need that man, Miles Edgeworth. If there's anyone who can solve this case, it's him. Let's put on our jacket and do this, my friends. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic day. If you're wondering about the setup of the game, well, it's either gonna look like this, or it's gonna look basically with two small boxes going top to bottom. And I thought this was the better look of the two, because you get slightly more area on the screen this way. I don't know if I want to make it fully stretched out, because then it'll distort the picture probably a bit too much, but this seems to work very well. March 25th, 2:46 p.m., Gourd Lake Park audience area. Word, and this must have reached every corner of the world by now. I wonder if we're gonna see all our old friends. Well, there's Gumshoe, that's one old friend. I wonder how Kay is doing. Wonder if she'll be in this game. That would be pretty awesome. I like Kay. Kay was cool. An assassination attempt of the president of the Republic of Zhangpa. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor. I was asked to investigate this grave incident, but upon my arrival... Mr. Edgeworth! How you doing, Gumshoe? I miss you, buddy. We've been waiting for you, sir! This man is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct who assists me on all cases under my jurisdiction. What is the president's current condition? I'm still not sure, sir. The paramedics just entered the plane a few moments ago. I see. I hope it's nothing too serious. Very well, detective. Please show me around the crime scene. Roger that, sir. Hey, mister, just a minute. I'm begging ya. Who is this? Huh? What's this? Mister, you're the prosecutor in charge around these parts, right? Can I ask you a little something real quick? I'm afraid I must refrain from commenting for now. Let's go, detective. Is that gonna be our new assistant character? Hey, wait, Mr. Prosecutor. I mean, the fact they have question marks as a name instead of like, I don't know, seems to be I don't know. I would say he seems to be a reporter because he has his hand on a microphone, jutting outwards. But I have no idea based on the fact. Is that a giant sleeping roll on a backpack? What? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, wait for me, sir. Now then, detective, care to fill me in on the details? Look at this guy. Basically, the whole thing happened here in Gore Lake Park. There was a big welcoming event for the President of the Republic of Zangfa. Wow, look at him. Man, that guy looks intense. He looks like a lion. The President of Zangfa, Dijun Hong. Dijun Huang? Di-Wang? I'm doing my best, my friends. As I recall, newspapers and news programs are making quite a big deal over his visit. Newspaper article, data jotted down in my organizer. It rained a bit, but it stopped just before the plane landed. He came out, and all of a sudden, in the middle of his speech, bang! Gunshot! At least, I think it was. You think it was? Yeah, exactly. You think. I mean, you know what a gunshot sounds like, detective? Truth is, I just got here as well. So, you know, I don't know all the details, sir. Okay, fair enough. So you were also called in here on short notice. Yep, and today was supposed to be my day off, too. And I was supposed to be at the High Prosecutor's office preparing a case for a trial. The Chief Prosecutor asked for you personally, sir. The Chief Prosecutor? Chief Prosecutor was taking part in the welcoming event. Apparently, Chief called out right after the incident occurred. Call Prosecutor Edgeworth. He's the only one who can solve the case, he said. I see. So that's what happened. After the incident, we sealed off the park right away. Which means the assassin is still in the park. An assassin in this crowd? This could get dangerous, sir. If there is another incident, these civilians could get in harm's way. This is a race against time. Let's begin the investigation first. We investigate the crime scene to gather some information. Precisely. There's no mistaking it. The president was targeted with a gun. Even under such type of security, the president was fired at during the speech. This is something I'll have to keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Where was security at the time of the gunfire? The police were only in charge of guarding the park's perimeter. The president was being protected by his own personal bodyguards. It's those guys over there. Why don't you try talking to them, sir? To talk to someone, press the A button while standing near them. Okay, well, let me look around first. So I am actually playing on a controller, like I played the last investigation game. So let's see, L1. Okay, don't hit L1. Got it. Do not hit L1 ever. Apparently, I don't know what that does. R1, nothing. Okay, what about L2? Okay, L2 brings up logic. Shooting the president, fair enough. And R1? R1 brings up our organizer. Okay, cool. Prosecutor's badge. Proof of my profession, however, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. An article on President Wang. Touch the check button for details. And here we have the president preparing for visit. Cool. Okay. And profiles. Also R2. Okay, the controls seem very, what's the right word? Natural. Dick Gumshoe, age 32, gender male. homicide detective at the local precinct in charge of the local initial investigation. And then we have Dijuan Hong, age 58, gender male, president of the Republic of Zhangfa, targeted during his speech. Okay, and now we have to go talk to these people. What do you want? You are the president's bodyguards, correct? What was the president's security detail like during the speech? The president had his 2 best men by his side. The rest were stationed near the stage area. We are professionals after all. We constantly kept our eyes on the crowd, scanning for any signs of suspicious activity. I see. In other words, security was flawless during the president's speech. Security was flawless. Any suspicious people would have been noticed. So what, he was killed by... I mean... It's not like the killer was wearing a giant purple dinosaur costume. It was probably shot at by someone normally in the crowd. I don't know what that really told us. Let's keep going. We should talk to other people and examine anything suspicious in order to collect the remaining piece of information from the scene of the crime. I see. So that's how you round up your info. So what do you do with all that info after it's squared away? Someone in the crowd is making quite a ruckus, but I don't have time for that now. Is that a character just like a tutorial device to help us understand like logic and stuff? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, tell me how, please. Well, after gathering some pieces of information, trying to find the connections between them. Detective. Hey now, don't be such a stick in the mud. What's this about finding connections? You connect the 2 pieces of information that share a link. Well, that's Mr. Edgeworth's specialty. It's called logic, pal. Press the L button, use logic, and X. Okay, X to connect my thoughts, not A. I should start by pressing the L button to use logic. Okay, so... Okay, I pressed A to select and then X to use. So even though this security was fired at during the speech, but the security was flawless and any suspicious people would have been recognized. Someone was able to fire a gun under flawless security, and they were able to avoid being spotted by professional bodyguards. This is no easy task. There had to be a certain amount of preparation beforehand. It's very likely that the president's assassination was a premeditated crime. The president was targeted during his speech. I expected nothing less from Mr. Edgeworth. What brilliant logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow the facts and find a connection, you will begin to see the truth. However, if the information doesn't, yes, I may stray further from the truth. Okay. Basically, do something wrong, you lose HP, right? I mean, seems normal. Okay, let's start by examining everything we can, sir. Okay, press statistics with A, consult with Y. Let's talk to our guy first. Yes, sir. Do you notice anything? The rain is stopped, sir. It was pouring right up until the president arrived. Even the mist after the rain has cleared up. Were you looking forward to the rain? I plan to go fishing at the lake. Rain gives you a better chance to catch a big one, sir. During the president's welcoming event, all regular activities in the park were prohibited. It's not a regular activity. There's no activity more special to me than fishing in the lake. Never change, my friend. Just never ever change, okay? I love Gumshoe. He's so good. Detective Gumshoe. No court of law would recognize that as a special activity. Even in the midst of such a momentous case, the detective is still his usual self. Yeah, always be true to yourself. Always. The investigation. Detective Gumshoe, I assume you understand how to conduct an investigation. Of course, sir. Basis of any good investigation is collecting lots of information. examine suspicious objects, talk to suspicious people. Press the A button to examine, okay? Also, each person may have something different to say about the evidence you've collected. You can present evidence from your organizer to the people you're talking to, sir. Okay, press R to go over, and X to present, okay. I've been with you for so long, Mr. Edgeworth. I pretty much got most of the basics down. And that's pretty much why you still have been promoted, detective. Aww, be nice. Wait, Y? X, 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 X. X again? Yeah, okay. Such a tiny object. I'm surprised you don't lose it. It's an identification badge for us prosecutors, after all. I see. Must be tough. For me, I definitely lose it, sir. I'm always losing my police badge. Having such a talent for losing things must be tough. And a newspaper article? Haha, Mr. Edgeworth, you're such a joker. Even if you show that to me, I still have no idea what it is, sir. He proclaimed that quite proudly. Oh boy. Oh, I love you, Gumshoe. Alright. Talk to these guys? What's the president's condition? We cannot divulge that information to anyone of this country. Hey, don't say that. We want to investigate the plane too, pal. No one shall pass. Oh, I don't think they trust the police here at all. Wow. Just, wow. Oh my goodness. I love Gumshoe. This could develop into an international incident. Time is of the essence. We have no choice but to find the assassin. Okay. What do we got over here? What is this? This is... What is that? Is that... Is that the Steel Samurai? Underwater? Yeah, I was surprised too. No matter how you look at it, it's definitely... It is! The Steel Samurai, my favorite show. I mean, that show with the guy who fights for justice and stuff. The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo, a hero from the popular TV program. Popular with both children and adults, it has broad appeal. Why would they use the Steel Samurai balloon at the welcoming event, sir? Perhaps he was chosen as a hero to represent our country. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Okay, this is our investigation mode. Okay, so it's over here on the right now. This actually is not... I was a little bit worried about playing this on the DS with the split screens, but having it like this, it works. It works, yeah. I still rather have it on the Android like we did the first game, but this works. These flowers were delivered from a foreign country. I don't even know their names. Yeah, my favorite flowers are roses and carnations. Because when I see roses, I think of weddings. When I see carnations, I think of birthday parties. You're probably just thinking about all the cake you're about to eat. But please, don't be so blunt about it, sir. Oh my god, wait, what's this? Something here. Is that the flag? I want to examine the Steel Samurai first. Poor Steel Samurai balloon looks so miserable. Indeed. What did it do to deserve such a fate? According to witnesses, gunshot was heard when the balloon popped. Did a bullet from the gun hit the Steel Samurai balloon? Was it hit by a bullet? Maybe it was the assassination attempt on the Steel Samurai! To desecrate the Steel Samurai like this is a serious crime. Detective, we must not let this reprehensible assassin get away with this. Of course, sir. Steel Samurai balloon data jotted down in my organizer. Door on the right side of the stage, it has ruptured. Okay, we can look at the flag. Looks like it's got a, what is that? Is that part of the flag? Looks like it's got a giant green stain on it or something like right there. It's the flag of the Republic of Zangpa. Its symbol appears to be a phoenix motif. This is... Ah, what is it, sir? Haven't you noticed? There's an unusual spot on this flag. Compare it to the flag on the opposite side of the stage. Yeah, it doesn't have that blot on it. Is a speck of dirt on it? This flag is spotless, sir. Yes, that is what the flag is supposed to look like. It's a very cool flag, by the way. I really like it. However, there's one spot on the flag that is out of place. Ah, where is it, sir? Please explain it so I can understand. What a helpless man. I suppose I should point it out to him. Okay, move the cursor to an unusual spot on the flag and press the X button to present it. It's this blot right here. There is an unusual hole in this flag. Ah, you're right. Judging from the bird marks around the hole, it appears to be a bullet hole. A bullet hole? Well then, a bullet from the gun must have gone through the flag. Decorate the right side of the stage has... Oh, that's a hole! And the thing that I see behind it is the grass. Oh, I'm so dumb. That's not a blot, that's... Yeah. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now, to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Okay, fire off logic. Ruptured balloon and flag with the bullet hole. Right? Because it looks like the bullet passed through the flag and hit the balloon. Off to a good start. As a result of the gunshots, there is a bullet hole in a flag and a ruptured balloon. Well, that must mean 2 shots were fired, sir. If we include the shot that hit the president, it's possible that 3 shots were fired in total. No, it's also possible that the flag and the balloon were punctured by the same bullet. If only we could be certain about the number of gunshots. Well, this was being televised, wasn't it? Can't we just get a television station to show us recording? Because then you could clearly hear if there were 1, 2, 100 gunshots, right? Now then, let's continue the investigation. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor! If you find anything new, could you please let me know? I've been wondering for a while now, but who exactly is that woman? Oh, it's a woman. My bad. Well, I don't really have a good view of her, so can't fault me. I thought she was a bit nosy onlooker, but looks like she's investigating too. Should I give her a voice? Probably give her a voice. Hey. Oh, that's not a good voice. That's... She sounds like very chipper and upright. Let's see. Hey, please, I'm begging ya. Oh, the dots. In order to figure out how many shots were fired, we'll need to talk to a witness. Can't be helped. Let's try talking to her. Ah, Mr. Prosecutor. The name's Nicole Swift. Just between you and me, this case is gonna be my exclusive scoop. Exclusive, you say? Miss Swift, is it? Could you tell me what you witnessed during... So, how's your investigation coming along? I like her design. It's got really cool looking, is she wearing an iFly jacket? I think she is. Y'all got a suspect yet? Where'd you get that Philly doohickey round your neck? This kind of sounds like a lot of heart. I mean, why is it that every single investigative reporter has to sound the same to me? Exactly, hold up. We're getting off topic now. Could you please stop talking for a moment? I will be the one asking the questions. What is this, an interrogation? I reckon I was gonna get myself an interviews. I'd like to know how many gunshots were fired. Can you please tell me what you saw? Well, I guess. I ain't telling you nothing. What? My life depends on the info. I ain't giving it up that easily. Ah, don't be selfish, pal. Won't you please cooperate with us? Selfish? You ain't gonna share no info with me, well then I'm gonna go get it from somewhere elsewhere. Oh, wait a minute, pal. If I wait, are you gonna give me what I want? Cause if not, adios, amigos. She won't budge. Ah, what is stalemate here? A stalemate? I wonder about that. Ah, what do you mean, sir? As you know, chess is one of my hobbies. Yes, we see your chessboard in your office. How does one go on the offense against a defensive opponent? You either wait them out to capitalize on a mistake while you maneuver your pieces where they need to be maneuvered, or you attack a different spot on the board where they don't have their defense lined up, and then when they try to correct their mistake, it's already too late because you've laid a trap for them. I mean, I played chess a little bit, but maybe not to the level of Mr. Edgeworth, so let's see what he has to say. There are many tactics available on the chessboard. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. Ah, really? I don't know much about chess. I prefer checkers. And, you know, connect 4, connect the dots, and, even if it appears to be a flawless defense, there is always an opening. Observe as I break down her defense with my words. Oh, okay, we got our first testimony here. Let's do it. In order to get her to talk, I'll need to use the right strategy. Using the image of a chess game, I need to stay one step ahead of my opponent. Chess game? What? What is this? This is cool. Now then, let's analyze the situation. Till you give me some info, my trap's sealed shut. What is, this is cool. She has her guard up, so this is her defensive strategy. If I waste too much time, she may grow impatient. I need to pay attention to the time limit. Okay. I must not be careless with my words. When my opponent becomes agitated or aggressive. I told you I ain't talking. You're as stubborn as a mule. For example, during times like this, I should calmly wait and see how things play out. Okay, so when she's being aggressive, don't be aggressive. The moment my opponent shows an opening, I'll be able to strike. First, I should ask about her identity. Now, let us begin. Logic chess. Oh, the time's clicking. Okay, but the time doesn't click, tick, not click. The time doesn't tick after I said something. So when in doubt, just choose something and then regroup thoughts. First, could you tell me your occupation? No way! If I told you, then you might get the wrong idea. The wrong idea. In other words, it's a job that you cannot tell others about. I never said that. I ain't some kind of suspicious person like. You look? No, wait and see. She's agitated. I'm just your run-of-the-mill model citizen. Please excuse my rudeness. I did not mean to offend you. I may not know the details of your job, but I'm sure that it's a reputable one. Well, you might be giving me too much credit there. I ain't even done any major articles yet. Okay, so she's not agitated. An article writing job. Haha. I heard you mention articles just now. Oh, so we wait for them to slip. I see. Does your job involve writing articles by any chance? Bam! Dang nabbit! Well, that's right. I'm an investigative reporter. A bona fide up-and-coming news journalist. I see. A reporter. She may already have some information about the case. This will be my next line of questioning. Oh, we got more time back. Cool. This is where the real final battle begins. Final battle? This is where the real battle begins. I'll need to draw out even more information from her. I just said final because I saw she had one chess piece, so I'm thinking, oh, well, that's got to be all that's left, right? I mean, it's sort of like the mind hacking game when you saw like there were 5 locks. Well, she has 2 chessboards. Or 2 chess pieces. Contact required to do witness. Witness. Absolutely. Were you present at the time the incident occurred? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. How about some of that info you promised me? No, ladies first, I insist. I told you my trap's sealed shut. You ain't getting my info that easily. Talk or rest? No, wait and see. This is my livelihood here. Please, I'm begging ya. If you stick your head in too deep, you may be putting yourself in danger. I'm a pro after all. A few gunshots, but they don't scare me. She said a few. Yeah, you heard gunshots. Bam! Heh. I'll admit you're dedicated to your job. However, you still have much to learn. The fact that you heard the gunshots clearly means that you were present during the incident. You must have seen something. Just like that. Bam! Wait. It's not destroyed though. But busted again? I just happened to be here covering the speech. And that's when it all went south. That's all, I swear. I ain't saying another word. So, she was here to write an article about the speech. She should have the materials that she gathered for articles. This could be a useful clue. Content your coverage, I guess? You said that you're a reporter. Did you come here to gather news material? You want to know that bad? Give me some info first. No, you first. Show me what you gathered. Honest to Betsy, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me try using that clue. Which clue? You must still have the materials. Are you telling me that you came to gather material and left empty-handed? You should still have the materials you collected with you. Bam! That's, darn tootin'. I'm a pro. I collect info with my own 2 feet. That's why I ain't giving it up without a fight. As the prosecutor in charge of this case, I am making a serious plea for your cooperation. Don't you mess with me. I ain't handing over and that's final. Wait and see. I'm just messing with you. All the dots. Please understand where I'm coming from, Mr. Prosecutor. Being a reporter is a tough job, isn't it? Ah, so you're finally getting it. How has your job performance been? Well, I'm always trying to be the best reporter I can be. This here tape recorder, I always carry it by my side. Let me listen to that tape. Because that should tell me how many gunshots are fired, right? I see. If you're trying to be the best reporter that you can be, then it would be unnatural for you to not have collected any news material. You recorded it on your tape recorder, didn't you? The information regarding this case. Bam! Doggone it! There goes my exclusive scoop. Well, that's right. I have it on my tape recorder. All the information I recorded from the article is right here. Checkmate. That was cool. I like that. That was really neat. And I can see how that can get a lot more complicated. Because you got to find the clue within the dialogue, then you got to use the clue on the right statement, and so on and so forth. But that's amazing, Mr. Prosecutor. Before I knew it, you're done having me chatting like a chipmunk. Let me hear what you have on the tape recorder. If you listen to the tape, you should be able to... Oh, sorry. If I listen to the tape, I should be able to examine it, determine the exact number of gunshots. Fine, but I won't let you have it for free. Other than my mentor, you're the only person to push me this far. Was your mentor a lot of heart? Because that would make a lot of sense. In other words, you're gonna be my second mentor. Yep, that's how it's gonna be. Oh, great. So we have adopted another assistant. And when I say adopted, I mean they have forced us to adopt them as an assistant. Well, she's not Kay, but she still seems cool. Although I do miss Kay. And we have Gumshoe, let's not forget. And I love Gumshoe. I see. It's kind of like a second home, sir. And I got one more request. 24-hour exclusive interview. 24 hours? What? That's not... And on what universe does that make any sense, Nicole? Please, Mr. Prosecutor. This is my first and final request as your apprentice. This is difficult to accept. But unless I agree to it, I won't be able to listen to the tape. 24 hours is out of the question. But I will grant you an interview after we solve this case. What about being my second mentor? Also, that's out of the question. Aww, don't be so ornery. Well, I guess you take what you get. It's all for the sake of my news scoop. Time to get the ball rolling. Let's begin our exclusive coverage. Well then, Miss Swift, please begin the playback of the tape recorder for me. Click. There. Wong. My dear friends, there is a reason for my visit. A few days ago, a smuggling ring that has long plagued my nation was exposed and crushed. I see. This was the president's speech. That's not the... Who is this? The president passionately addresses the crowd. He's deflating the rumors flying around about a recent decline in his approval ratings. This was my own commentary. I decided to create the feeling of actually being there, but you are actually... Anyway. According to the schedule, there's a meeting after this. You seem quite pleased that the Yatagratsu incident has been resolved. Well, of course. It's a great honor for us as well. This isn't her. Who is this now? Whose voice is this? Those are from the folks standing in front of me. I reckon it was two older men. They kept on whispering to each other. Where have I heard this voice before? Oh, the gunshots, it's coming up. Okay. The president raised his fist in the air. The atmosphere is boiling to a fever pitch. However, the battle is still not over. I declare here and now, the hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil. That was two. What intonation? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, that was two shots. Nicole's tape recorded data jotted down in my organizer. Contains a recording of the speech. 2 gunshots can be heard. It seems that 2 shots were fired. What do you reckon? It's quite simple, really. Using the bullet's trajectory, we can deduce its flight path. 2 shots were fired. 1 bullet hit the president. That means the other shot left a hole in the flag and punctured the balloon. You understand now the location of the perpetrator who fired the gun. It's gotta be on the bottom left corner, right? The bullet that struck both the flag and balloon was fired from here. So if I go here, I sort of do this. It's gotta be from over here. Hold on, let me get a pen on the screen. I don't know if it's gotta be exact. Right here? Maybe? By connecting the bullet marks from the flag and the balloon, we learn the bullet's trajectory. It's likely that the bullet was fired from the left side of the audience arena. But why did the first bullet go so straight and the other one so off? Did someone like hit his hand when he went to fire again? Judging from the bullet holes, the shooter probably stood on the left side of the audience area. Just what I expect from you, Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, I would like to investigate the left side of the audience area. Yes, sir. Wait, you mean we had to move all these people? Yes, there's no time. We could be losing vital evidence for every second we let slip by. We must hurry. Yes, sir. Mentor number 2. Hey, mentor number 2. Can you please not call me that? Miss Swift, I assume you're addressing me. Of course, mentor number 2. This is my time to shine. I'm an expert at crowd dispersal. Light the torches, release the hounds, and run them down. I appreciate your help, but please do not use those methods. Also, please stop addressing me as your mentor. I never agreed to that position. I hear ya. I'll try to keep that in mind, mentor. Mr. Prosecutor. Alright, let's do this. Clear out the path? Oh, that was pretty quick. Mr. Edgeworth, ready to begin the investigation, sir. Miss Swift here was all over the crowd helping us round them up, sir. Huh, this ain't nothing compared to my first mentor's mob wrangling skills. She seems to be used to this sort of thing. However, Miss Swift, all that running around seems to have caused your clothes to be covered with mud. I'll take care of the cleaning bill if you like. Eh? Oh, you're talking about my parka? Don't you worry your fancy little head about it. It's reversible, so I can just flip it around later and it's good as new. Yeah, but then wouldn't all that mud get on your body? Or on a shirt that you're wearing underneath? And wouldn't that be really uncomfortable is what I'm trying to say? That won't do much for mud stains though. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, let's restart the investigation, sir. The crowd has made a mess of the crime scene. I hope some traces of the criminal are still left behind. Oh my gosh, look, it's Agent or Prosecutor Payne. Gourd Lake Park audience area. Yeah, it's him. This is a terrible incident indeed, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this man again? And what's the pain? I'm willing to assist as a prosecutor. I knew it. He's a prosecutor. Why did you come here today? I accompany the chief prosecutor. His voice sounds like the one that I've heard on the tape earlier. Was he one of the men standing in front of Miss Swift? And where is the chief now? The chief is a busy man. He has special permission to leave the premises. The chief called me here and then left by himself. I'm not completely satisfied with this. Wow, the voice I gave him, it's been a while since I've done his voice. I think I sound more like old hack than Pain. Anyway, have you noticed anything? These camera flashes have been blinding me all day, sir. The media, even those onlookers, have been in a photo frenzy. This is a rare event for them. Just let them be. But they're clearly taking pictures of you and me, Mr. Edgeworth. This is a violation of publicity rights. I'm gonna do something about it. Before I could stop him, he had already run off. Searching for cameras that took picture of him and making the crowd angry in the process. This is a man who truly never betrays your expectations. The organizer. You can press the L button to look over. Okay, I know that. Of course I remember your name. Of course I do. What are you talking about? Evidence people related to case are recorded in the organizer, sir. You can also use my profile to refresh your memory of me, sir. I'll try it out later by pressing the R button. The evidence. There's no point in just holding on to the evidence, sir. Evidence should be presented, obviously. Well, that's why each piece of evidence needs to be examined in greater detail, sir. Front to back, side to side, corner to corner, near, far, wherever you are. You have to put the evidence through the ringer. I agree with everything except the last statement. You risk damaging the evidence. Ahaha, well that's just a figure of speech. I wouldn't literally put the evidence through a ringer, sir. You can never tell with this man. Let's see, present. Oh, organizer, right. No, it's is present, it's X. There we go. Balloon. So many spin-offs in the Steel Samurai series, it's hard to keep track of all the characters. The ruptured balloon was made to resemble the original Steel Samurai. Everyone should know that much, at least. I didn't know that, sir. Besides, they all have 2 eyes, 1 nose, and 1 mouth. Every human has those exact same attributes as well, detective. Humans don't have silver skin, though. I don't even know how to respond to him anymore. I wonder if that's a dig at the Ace Attorney series itself. The fact that there's a lot of different spin-offs. Alright, so that's the same. And that's the same. Okay. Can I ask him about people? No. I'm pretty sure I can't. I gotta stop hitting that button. That button doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't ask about people, just like I couldn't ask about people in the last one. Let's go talk to Nicole. And about the case. Did you come here to cover the welcoming event? You betcha. I want to have missed it for the whole world. What time did the event start? Started after the rain stopped pouring. It's been raining all morning long. The president's plane got here at 1:45 p.m. Then the president began his speech at around 2 p.m. When did the shooting occur? I reckon it happened sometime around 2:20 p.m. So it occurred about 20 minutes after the speech began. Yep, it was right then. The sound of gunshots ripped through the air. And the poor old president clapped on stage. And that's what went down. On March 25th, 2:25 p.m. at Gould Lake Park. What was that all of a sudden? Oh, that? Well, I was just recording some notes. It's for my report. If I think of something good, I take note of it right away. And then often you get the chance to cover a presidential assassination. Gotta make it dramatic and heart-wrenching. I'm gonna write me one action-packed article. Did the president actually collapse on stage? Well, the bodyguards escort him into the plane, sir. You'll have to pardon my embellishments. Sometimes I get a little carried away. It seems that it would be best if I took this woman's testimony with a grain of salt. Reporter. Well now, I guess you could call me a reporter. Sure sounds different when somebody else calls you that. Reporter Nicole Swift. Yup, it's got a good nice ring to it. I like how she's always recording. Do you notice that? Like the tape was spinning there for a moment. Do I just see into that too much? Just to be clear, you are an actual reporter, correct? In training. What? Then how many articles have you written so far? Oh, you mean like actual published works? None at the moment. Yet. You still call yourself a reporter. Well, this case is gonna put me in the spotlight. I done captured the whole entire speech perfectly. No bloopers at all. With this mic and this tape recorder, I'm gonna be a shining star in the broadcast world, just like my mentor. Your mentor. So, Mr. Prosecutor, how do you know my mentor? You're the one who brought up this subject. I may or may not have said something like that. As a reporter, you should take responsibility for your words. But my mentor always tells me, a reporter should always leak information freely. What? What a public nuisance. She told me that when she gave me this here tape recorder, get out there and record all the scandalous scoops you can get. And yet you couldn't tell me about the shooting? I thought you were supposed to leak that. So you create smoke where there's no fire. I'm amazed you call yourself a reporter. I don't start the fires. I just fan out the smoke as far as wide as I can. Isn't that what I just said? Alright, present. This here's the famous. Why ain't you wearing it? It's just not my custom. I see them attorneys wearing them all the time. What do you have to say about that? No comment. The difference between public prosecutor and private attorneys becomes clear as day. I'd appreciate it if you didn't fabricate such false comments. I can't believe I got the scoop because of this here article. The newspaper sure is amazing. You came here because you read this article. Well, that's right. Started preparing all this 2 days ago. So the news media gets its news from other outlets now. Say what you will, but I'm working my tail off here. Of course, it'd be a different story if Mr. Prosecutor would actually cooperate with me. What a shameless reporter. At the moment, the prosecutor presents his evidence. A fairly shining, what did you just show me? Never mind. Looks like she doesn't know anything about it. Okay, so that's what she says when she doesn't know. Speaking of which, you ain't giving me my interview yet. Well, let's begin. What's your favorite food, Mr. Prosecutor? It's tea, pal. He even has his own original blend in his office. Oh ho ho, Mr. Prosecutor's quite the bourgeois. Oh my god, did I just say bourgeois? Ooh. Is that actually how you say it? It's bourgeois, right? The bourgeoisie? Mr. Prosecutor's quite the bourgeois, huh? Oh yeah, I don't know how to say it now that I think about it. I'm just gonna go with bourgeois. Who are you calling bourgeois? And why are you answering her questions, detective? That's right, sir. I know pretty much all there is to know about you. Oh, what else can you tell me? It's dangerous to leave these two alone. And that's nothing, okay? Alright, let's look around some more. Trash can. Y'all need to go through the garbage? Prosecutor's got a tough job. Detective Gumshoe. I just knew that was gonna happen. I'd be like, no, I don't. That's a detective's job. Detective Gumshoe. Oh, looks like it's loading. There we go. Right away, sir. So it's the detective's job to go through the trash. Prosecutors don't want to dirty their hands. Let's see. Hope I find something good. The detective seems to be a little too eager about searching through the trash. And this is, it's a Winnie popsicle stick. Detective. Sorry, sir. Let's see. Something related to the case. Ah, look what I found, sir! Yes, good work. Let's have a closer look. A purple bag of some kind. I'll need to view this object from various angles to uncover the truth hidden within. Yes, sir! Just give me the word and I'll spin the evidence round and round. Hold the R button, okay? Okay, that seems fair enough. Alright, let's give it a try. So, just like before, right? X, Y, and then... Okay, so you gotta hold that button to spin it. Alright, yeah. Okay. So we have a pipe thing here? Well, we should probably open it. Yeah. Oh, hello. It's a document of some sort. Let's see. Well, let's see. It's President Security Detail. These are the plans for the President Security, sir. Can't really read it. Rookie takes Kingsley's place. Pay extra attention to lake area. And then, case of an emergency, will lead present inside the plane? I can't read that very well. Oh, never mind. So, Rook takes Lightly's place. Pay extra attention to lake area. Case of emergency, Knightley will lead the president inside the plane. Terrorists in the audience? We can't be certain there isn't one. It depicts the security's layout. The bodyguards' names are written on here too. Rook and Knightley. The bodyguards are not from the Republic of Zhangpa. It seems that the president hired a local security firm. What? He didn't trust the police here? Why didn't he use the police force of Zhangpa? Y'all want to know the reason? Well, that's another big scoop. Do you know something about it? I was just at the Zhangpa embassy the other day, fixing to get me some news material. Well, that's when I heard. Sounds like the president's got plenty of enemies. He also don't get along too well with the top brass of the Zhangpa police. I see. He doesn't even trust the people of his own country. This could be related to the assassination attempt. Security plane start down. Shows the bodyguards' positions and top secret information. And we have the gun there, right? Why would this document be in the bag? Well, that is strange indeed. It concerns the safety of the president. Normally, it would be under tight security. Ah, this bag. Something else in it, sir. Yeah, it's the first thing I noticed. There's a gun in there. I mean, come on. How do you not notice that right away? Well, this is... It's a gun, sir. Miss Edgeworth. Could this bag belong to the, Indeed, it is possible that the assassin may have thrown it away. It's a revolver. For something like this to appear in a place like this. Found in the trash near the audience area. A gun that is prohibited in this country. Is this the work of a professional assassin? He must use that document to carry out the crime, sir. This revolver. I will need to take a closer look at it. Okay. First, I want to check here for bullets, right? 2 are missing. The gun fired 2 bullets. That matches the number of gunshots heard. Well, this must be the murder weapon, sir. This gun fired 2 bullets. That matches... Oh, that's the same. Okay. Zoom out. It's got a scope. This is a laser pointer. It's an implement you attach to a gun to help him with the laser, sir. Just press here and, it's firing a red laser, sir. Did the assassin use this laser pointer to target the president? Okay. So that's how he helped aim. revolver data have jotted down. The bag has provided us with lots of useful evidence. Dumpster diving really paid off, sir. Good work, detective. I have one more request. Please tell the forensics team to check the gun in the bag for fingerprint. Yes, sir. If we can obtain the fingerprints, that would be a huge breakthrough in our investigation. I got the results back, sir. Well, that was fast. Of course. I made them double time it. Fortunately, we couldn't find any fingerprints, sir. Are you certain you did a thorough search? Of course. Combed every inch. We even took out the bullets and examined them, sir. As expected, this won't be easy. Alright, what else do we got? Ooh. Oh, we can run. Did he get a picture? You are with the television crew, right? I mean, he's taking video recording. Oh, that's right, but, then you must have recorded this speech. I'd like to see the footage. Yeah, about that. That would be difficult. Why? Ow, what was that, pal? I love him stopping, it's so good. It's your duty as a citizen to cooperate with the investigation. Well, after the incident, the guest knocked over the TV camera in the panic. All the footage was lost. If there was any footage left, it would have been vital evidence. Well, yeah, it's too bad, sir. Ha 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 ha. Okay? Who the heck is this? What was that? Looks like you're in a jam, Mr. Edgeworth. Someone who knows me. Okay. That voice, someone we know. Hey! It's Kay! Woohoo! I love Kay! Ah, it's so good to see you again! Kay. Ah, it's so good to see her. Welcome back. Long time no see, Miss Edgeworth, the hero of justice. Kay Faraday is here to save the day. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, what a great time. Oh, this is a great moment to end the episode on, because Kay has arrived, so we know everything's gonna be okay. I want to say thank you for everything, my friends. I love you all so much. The #1 YouTube comedian in all of YouTube. If you like what you saw, don't forget to just hit that thumbs up. It's the first video in a new playlist, and it always helps if the first video does well to let other people know that we're playing. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing and leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know you did. I would love to welcome you into the channel and into this community. And also tell me your thoughts without spoilers. Please, 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 no spoilers. Ever. I like to enjoy the game, and unless I ask for specific help, don't spoil anything. Talk about what's happened, but don't spoil anything in the future, please. And finally, I want to thank our wonderful, amazing Patreon supporters, QT and Techno Trouble. I love you all so very much. Thank you for everything. If you'd like to become a Patreon supporter, description is a link below. But until next time, my dear friends, hope you all have a wonderful and amazing day. So long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.